video conferencing is essential to how we work these days. And there are some things that I want you to keep in mind when using video to work, or even looking great in a video interview, which is actually going to become more common. I was reading the other day that it was earlier this year, about a couple of months ago, that a survey came out where 81% of the people in talent acquisition that were surveyed said that they would continue video interviewing or virtual hiring processes long after the pandemic is gone, because it turns out that it's cheaper, it's faster, and it's just as effective as if you fly somebody in and do a face-to-face. So there are some things to keep in mind when using video for work. First, you need to make sure that you play with the video conferencing tool before you're expected to use it. So get comfortable with the controls of each tool that you're using. Zoom is my video tool of choice. There's a great version of it for free. I'm sure you've probably already used it. So I like Zoom, although there's also WebEx, Microsoft Teams, even Skype, not very often anymore, but video is pretty much here to stay. So I've got some tips for you as far as what you need to do on video very quickly. So number one, make sure your whole face is in the picture. Just keep in mind, and I can tell you that I've had a lot of instances where I've talked to somebody for the first time, and this is before they become a client, of course, and all I'm seeing is right here and up. I can't see anything. Or they've got a big light behind them and they're just nothing but a shadow. They're a silhouette. And so keep in mind that you want to make sure that your face and your bust are showing in either the webcam or whatever you use. You can actually even use your phone as a camera, which is much, much better than your webcam. You can plug in doesn't matter whether it's iPhone or Samsung, Android. You can plug in your lavalier microphone, the lapel microphone, and have really good audio. And you can easily find a light, maybe preferably a lamp that is behind the computer or behind whatever it is that you're using to record. Could be your phone. So put that behind it so that you've got light on your face. Try it. And the thing is, if you have a window behind you and you don't have any light on your face, it turns you into a silhouette. Now, I actually have a ring light. I'm looking for the control of the ring light. All right. So if I turn off my ring light, I've got this little guy. If I go ahead and turn this off, you'll see what it looks like with ambient light. Can't use this. All right. So if you want your setup to be stellar, you can use a light like mine, which is a professional ring light. And especially if you're going to be taking part in video interviews for executive positions, it might be worth investing in. It's currently about $75 on Amazon. And it's the big one that you set up on the floor and not the little tabletop one. However, a lot of our clients choose to use the tabletop one. It's very convenient. It works really well. I would make sure, though, that if you're going to get a ring light, that you have one that will allow you to do different temperatures. What I mean by temperatures is if it's warmer temperature on your face, then it's more of a yellowish or just a warmer look versus kind of a blue tint or, kind of a cold tint. You want it warmer versus colder. So warmer always makes you look much healthier. And use that conferencing tool that you're going to be, whether it's interviewing with or just having a video conference, use that tool to record your audio and play it back. Now, most of the time, the microphone that's in your laptop is no good. It's terrible. And it can really ruin an otherwise beautiful setup and an interview performance. A lot of times what will happen is what's called clips and peaks, I believe is what they call that, which means that it clips it off at the beginning and at the end, and they can't hear your first word or your final word, and they have to ask you to repeat yourself. You don't want that to happen. So make sure you get an external microphone like this. You could also do a desk mic, but I really recommend this. It's about, you can find them on Amazon for about $20. And you want to search for lavalier microphone or lapel microphone, and you're going to be able to find that. Now this microphone plugs into a USB. You can find one that plugs into a USB. Look for one with really good reviews, because they can be actually even worse than your internal microphone if they're not any good. So, you know, you've probably seen mistakes made by people who've been on video with, you know, all the different problems that they've had as far as kids running in and dogs running in. Everybody's much more relaxed on video these days. But keep in mind that you know, these things you can learn from other people. So I would love, if you have a chance, in the comments below, I would love to hear your experience with the biggest mistake that you've seen on video. Maybe you've made it, maybe someone else you're talking to has made it, but I would love to know. And you know, most people have bad video or bad audio because they just don't know any better. So I would love you to comment below on the things that you've learned, and the mistakes that you've made or that you've seen other people make. And remember that we're all in this together. And I'm Tammy Kabell with Career Resume Consulting. And thanks for watching. See you soon.